Imagine your feet being pulled away from your body, not fast, slowly. Like something beneath you is infinitely patient, and it will not stop. There is a process that happens inside a black hole. Scientists have a name for it. Spaghettification? That word sounds almost funny. It isn't. It describes the moment your body gets stretched into a thread of individual atoms. Not crushed, not vaporized, pulled apart. One layer at a time. And here's what makes it truly unsettling. Depending on which black hole you fall into, you might feel every second of it. Today we're going inside that process, what the physics actually says happens to your body, how long it takes, and what you would or wouldn't experience along the way. Stay with me, because the answer changes depending on when the black hole finds you. First, let's establish where you are. You're in space, drifting toward a black hole. There's no dramatic alarm, no warning light, just the slow, inevitable pull of something with gravity so strong that not even light escapes it. Now there are two kinds of black holes that matter here. Stellar mass black holes. These are roughly the size of a city, dense beyond comprehension. And then there are supermassive black holes, the ones that sit at the center of galaxies. Some are billions of times the mass of our sun. The distinction matters, because it determines whether you feel what's coming. Around a stellar mass black hole, the tidal forces the difference in gravitational pull between your head and your feet are extreme before you even reach the event horizon. You'd be spaghettified before you cross the point of no return. Around a supermassive black hole, you might cross the event horizon without feeling anything unusual at all, which is its own kind of horror. But we'll come back to that. Here's what I want you to hold on to for the next few minutes. Your body doesn't get torn apart all at once. It happens in layers, and the sequence matters. You're getting closer now, still outside the event horizon. The gravitational pull on your feet, the side facing the black hole, is measurably stronger than the pull on your head. That difference is called the tidal force. At a safe distance, it's nothing. Negligible. But the closer you get, the steeper the gradient becomes. Think of a rubber band being stretched from both ends. Your body is the rubber band. The tidal force pulls your feet towards the singularity faster than your torso, and your torso faster than your head. You are being elongated. At first, imperceptibly, then uncomfortably. Then your circulatory system starts to feel it. Blood is being pulled in one direction. Organs shift. The internal pressure in your body changes in ways evolution never prepared you for. You are still alive. You are still conscious, and the pull is getting stronger with every meter. Now here's where the two types of black holes diverge, and this is the part that keeps physicists up at night. If you're falling toward a stellar mass black hole, the tidal forces tear you apart before you reach the event horizon. You never cross it. You are shredded in the space outside. Your atoms spiral inward as a ribbon of plasma. But if you're falling toward a supermassive black hole, something strange happens. The event horizon is so large that the tidal difference between your head and your feet is actually manageable as you cross. You pass through it without realizing. No alarm, no physical sensation, no flash of light. The event horizon isn't a wall. It isn't a surface you can see or touch. It is simply a boundary in space-time, the last place where escape was still theoretically possible. And you just passed it. You are now inside. So you've crossed the point of no return. And here's the question no one tells you to ask. How long do you have? Time inside a black hole is not like time outside. Near the singularity, space-time itself is so warped that the future doesn't point forward. It points inward, toward the center. You cannot move away from the singularity any more than you can move backward through time. Every direction you face, every path available to you leads there. And as you fall, the tidal forces are growing again. Even inside the supermassive black hole, the gradient is steepening. The process begins. Your feet accelerate faster than your head. The gap widens. Your body is stretching. And at some point, a threshold that depends on your mass and the black hole's, the tidal forces exceed what biology can hold together. This is where spaghettification actually begins. Your body doesn't explode, it elongates. First, your legs separate. Then your torso draws out into a long strand. Then your arms, your neck, your skull. Each of these fragments continues to stretch further. Into molecules, into atoms, into a thin, luminous filament spiraling toward the center. A single thread. That used to be a person. Now the question you've been waiting for. Would you feel it? The honest answer is, we don't fully know. But here's what physics gives us. In the early stages, yes. The tidal stretching in your limbs would register as intense pressure, not pain in the way we normally understand it. More like every joint in your body being pulled apart from the inside simultaneously. Your proprioception, your body's sense of its own position in space, would go haywire. Your vestibular system would give you no meaningful information. You would know something was catastrophically wrong, but you would not understand it. There's no analog in human experience for being stretched. No evolutionary context for what your nerves are reporting. And then at some point in the process, the neurons themselves separate. Consciousness ends. Not with a flash, not with a sound. The signal simply stops propagating because the medium it travels through no longer holds together. That is the end. But here's something that haunts me about all of this. To an observer watching you fall in from the outside, none of that ever happens. From the outside, you never cross the event horizon. Due to the extreme time dilation near the black hole's edge, light from you takes longer and longer to reach the observer. Your image slows down, redshifts, dims. You appear to freeze at the edge, gradually fading. The person watching you from a safe distance never sees you die. They see you preserved, a ghost at the threshold, still, and you experienced everything we just described, in what felt to you like a very short amount of time. This is one of the great strange collisions in physics. Two completely consistent realities, both true, both describing the same event. One person stretching into atoms, one person frozen at the edge of everything. Neither version is wrong. The universe doesn't promise you a dramatic ending. It doesn't promise you a visible one. A black hole is the most efficient erasure in nature. It takes what you are, every atom, every memory stored in every neuron, and it converts you into a thread. Then, a strand. Then, radiation at the edge of its own existence. The one thing to take from this: gravity doesn't care about your scale. Given enough of it, the same force that keeps your feet on the ground will pull the atoms of your body apart from each other, and it will do it quietly, patiently, and completely. Black holes don't swallow you. They unravel you.